Hello Ancient Beast fans. So today we have letter C from wave 3. There's only 4 in a wave. We got those two there, and then the other two here, and then some QR code actually on the bottom, and tight fit. You have a card here that you can register this thing on some sort of app. And if you want to find the app, you can go to that, and then if you can read Chinese, you can read up on these things. And then we have the figure out in the wild in robot form, and then a rendition. It says number 17. Boy, so there's 20 of these figures I think out, so I guess this is number 17. Alright, so really strong packaging because these are made of brittle plastic, like a ceramic kind of plastic. So let me just get these out of the box, and then we'll look up Wikipedia. Megacerops is a large horned, two-horned ungulate. It's obviously extinct, but it used to roam around in North America in the late Eocene epoch, and it existed for over 4 million years, so still successful. So despite it looking kind of like a wacky horned rhino, it was much bigger than any living rhino. So it was a good 2.5 meters tall, and it could be over 4 meters in length, and they estimate that it could be 3 to 4 ton, somewhere in that range of weight. So they theorize maybe these could have been used for social reasons, like males fighting each other. I figure leverage points, though, that would snap off, right? It doesn't make sense. But what else would it be for? Can't be for scooping up stuff because they're curved backwards. I don't know. Anyways, the teeth indicate that these things used to eat soft foods. Oh, now Wikipedia is saying, yeah, these things fought each other because they found a fossil with healed rib fractures. And I guess no other animal at that time could inflict such an injury. So they must have been fighting each other to cause one of them to break their own ribs. Seems like a lot of fossils were found in South Dakota and Nebraska, and they were probably pack animals, herds of these things. And that's about it. I guess there's not too much known about these things. Alright, so on the bottom you have this mechanical greebly thing. I would rather have like a fossilized skeleton of it, like in the dino rolls myself, but it is paint washed, it is clear coated, so it looks pretty nice and durable, I guess. It does have a metal placard here, and it's etched away in English and Chinese with black paint and filling it in. The base on top of it, well actually the base itself is painted to look like wood, a couple different browns streaking there, hopefully you can pick that up. And then this like rocky thing here has some fossilized bones of it, although this tusk probably doesn't belong. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's two tusks, but so you can see the feet have some brown, black toes, the hoofs, I guess, and then it's I guess a dark brown / dark gray belly, but you can clearly see brown, and there's a yellow paint wash in there for some reason. You can see the break of the panel, which we'll get to later. This thing's covered in like some warts or something like that, or I don't know. The bushy little tail knob there, short tail. You can see the brown fading up into what I would say is a bluish gray, and then some dark blue up here, and then some gray. Yeah, so a lot of different fading paints, which is really nice. And the skin definitely looks kind of like rhino-like. The face is like a dark yellow, then orange, then brown. And then the nostrils are pretty deep, no extra paint. No paint in the mouth. And the horns do look horn-like. Yellow, brown edges. Maybe some dry brushing on them as well. And the eyes are white with a little bit of brown on the bottom and a black pupil, and it's kind of looking up at us. A little bit, yeah. And then, I don't know, you got this shield, mane, shield, whatever you'd call that. Reminds me of like a triceratops. And then you got these little ears like a rhino would have. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting to look at. It's very stock and stubby. Alright, so the faceplate, well, it's definitely a giveaway, these breaks here. These breaks here, this one's really well hidden. But yeah, this is quite obvious. Yeah. So we're going to pull on this as the magnets are holding this together. There's 3 on the inside of this geometric backside, those round circles. And there's a paint wash on those hexagons. And then they see this paint on this thick edge. But yeah, you got all this paint wash in these mechanical details. And it looks like this would be a pivot for the front leg. Maybe some shocks or springs. This is the ear canal, it's quite deep. The eye socket. And then maybe a gear for the jaw to move. Maybe the nostril or the upper lip. So yeah, I mean, what they design in here I think makes a lot of sense. I just honestly don't know if it's necessary at all. I think I'd rather have a cheaper figure without all these panel breaks. But anyways, since it's here, I'm going to put some jewel beads in there because it looks cooler that way. So I like to use just good old PVA school glue, and I have a faceted jewel bead here, and you can't have too big of a one or it's going to collide with the cover. But the ear is so deep I put a big domed glass one back in there. But yeah, the cover will still work because they're not sticking out much. Alright, so I can show you the other 3 from this wave. So we have the first one is the Panthera leospalea, some sort of cave lion basically. And then B is Titanus, which is the terror bird. Some Grady birds. And then another rhino of all things, the Paracerethrium. And it's a hornless rhino, but it was a huge rhino, I guess. You can look up all these things in their own respective videos. Let me get them all pointed outwards here. Let me get it lower. This is definitely quite tall. And still, I think this is the smallest of all the ancient beast figures. I think I still like that bird the most, but this is a close second. This is just a weird looking thing, you know? It doesn't look like a cool creature to me. And then this just looks like a normal lion, so it's not different enough from today's lions to make it look different. Alright, well, you can look those videos up as I mentioned, or did not mention. I can't remember what I said 10 seconds ago. Interesting to learn about this one. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I think I have one more ancient beast I gotta collect, so we'll see you when that video pops up.